Yeah, I want to talk about the lottery in this one, and this is really kind of upsetting for me. So I'm a mathematician. I've been teaching math for 30 years at this point, and I know probability. It's essentially expected value is what tells you whether you should play the lottery or not. And let me be the first to admit, I actually do play lottery when the Powerball jackpot goes crazy big. I think the expected value turns positive. I buy a bunch of tickets, and I don't really care if I win or lose. I just expected value is positive. I buy them. You know what I mean? But generally, I don't buy them. But most people I meet in society don't understand what I just said, and so I'm not going to use the word expected value. I'm not going to give you the formula. I'm going to just tell you what I know in a way that I hope helps some people. When I was living in Hatteras back in like 2008, I was waiting in line for something. I don't even remember what. It was a really young girl. And she didn't have much money. She didn't have any money. And she had like $55 or $65. I remember that was all the money she had. You could tell that was all the money she had because of the way she was holding it and the way she was expressing her interest in buying the lottery tickets with it. This was all she had to spend. And I was in shock. I mean, I'm generally, in academics, I tell people, like expected value, teach this stuff. I never met anybody like this that I knew of. And I so much wanted to tell this wonderful kid. She was so young. I mean, if she was 18, I would have been surprised. She might have been 18, but I don't think so. But she was a hardworking girl, a really good one. She was not lazy. You could just tell. And she spent all her excess money on these lottery tickets, and she might spend some of her food money on those lottery tickets. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should tell her the expected value is negative, so she just keep the money and do something else with it. You know what I mean? Because it's not going to work out. She don't. So essentially, she lost most of that money that day with high probability. And put it this way, over a lifetime, if you keep playing the lottery like that, you're going to lose almost all the money you're going to gamble. Like the 3-digit daily number stuff they do in Philly, you lose half the money like you invest long term. No matter how many times you win long term, you're probably going to lose on average half the money you put up. And as the games get more complicated, you lose more and more percentage of it. So essentially, if you play a game that's fair, I think it's awesome. But these games are not fair. These games are rigged. These lotteries are completely rigged, in which almost everybody almost always loses. And so I would encourage you, stay away from this stuff. It's not benefiting anybody. It's just not benefiting anybody. Anyway, so fast forward to just this week, I saw somebody who's posting a job, right, for somebody to do an analysis on, their like daily numbers. I think it was Arizona or something like that, at Phoenix. I don't remember. To find a procedure to win this lottery, this daily number or whatever they call it. And this guy's like, here are the last few numbers that came up, and I was like, oh my god. Okay, the past and the future are independent. So if the number yesterday was 000, it's just as likely that today's number is 000 and tomorrow's number is 000. So whatever the past numbers are, it's irrelevant. So I kind of messaged the guy. I was like, listen, you're better off just not playing, because you're going to lose on average half the money you put up. And if you want to give them the money, that's fine. Long term is long term. Long term, you're going to lose half the money. So even after you win like 5 or 6 times over a year, you're still like going to be losing 50 cents every time you play for $1. And so I told the guy, I was like, listen, I'm not interested in your job. As a matter of fact, it's not achievable. The game is rigged against you. You're better off playing a game that's fair. And so the question is, what's fair? That's not for me to say right now. That's not fair. And that is not a good game. And if you're going to invest into something, please don't invest into that. It's just, it's not going to work. Thank you.